Good evening, students. You might notice that Coach is looking pretty tired over here. She's wanting Mama to give her her pet so she can calm down and go to sleep. Wanted to do the video for tomorrow, and I want you to, I wanted to remind you that there will be no application video. Be nice, be nice, for tomorrow. So look at this math problem here. It is an addition problem. Decide what kind of strategy that you want to use, mental math, solve it vertically, or go ahead and use the place value coins, decide what is right for you. At the end of the lesson, I am going to tell you something that is odd to me, something that I think is odd. So you should go ahead and pause the video, and I want you to solve this on your own, try to solve it on your own, and then press play again so that you can see if you did it correctly. Okay, so go ahead, get busy. Coach is waiting. Yes, I said coach, didn't I? All right, so this is not a good problem for mental math because when we look in the ones column, we see that we are going to make a 10. When we look in the tens column, we see that we have enough to make 100. And so we would have to be doing a lot of remembering where we moved those numbers around. And so that's going to cause us to make mistakes. So we should definitely solve it vertically. For some students, since it is showing 2 times, it might be best to solve it with our place value coins. Now, the whole thing of it is that this is why Mrs. Snyder emphasizes reflex math, because when you already know what 5 plus 8 equals, it makes it a lot easier to solve these problems vertically. Whereas if you don't know what 5 plus 8 equals, you're probably going to need to come over here and use your place value coins. So that is an important reason for continuing that reflex practice and learning those facts, okay? So we have to start out with 3 hundreds, 6 tens, 5 ones. And then we're going to combine it with 2 hundreds, 7 tens, and 8 ones. So here's my 2 hundreds for that problem. 7 tens, 8 ones. Now, I look at this and I can see that I have more than 10 here. So I'm going to circle and make a 10 group. My goodness. Got my husband over here playing video games. What am I going to do with him? So there's 5 here. So I'll encircle this, and then I need to pick up 5 down here because we know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. We should know those 10 facts very automatically. So down here, I'm going to pick up, there's 4. I'm going to pick that one up right there. Okay, so I have made a 10 pack, right? And 10 plus 3 is 13. And sure enough, 5 plus 8 is 13. Some of you may have known that already. So 13 is how many we came up with. Now, we will have 3 extra ones, and we will make a 10. So we're going to show that the 3 ones stay in the ones place, and that the 10 that we made is moved over here to the tens place. Okay? Now we're going to look again over here and see that very clearly we can make a 10 group. 10 tens is going to be 100. I talked with Kamaya yesterday, and she said to me, Mrs. Snyder, I know what 10 times 10 is. 10 times 10 is 100. And I said, that's exactly right, because there are 10 tens inside 100. So kudos to Kamaya for recognizing that relationship. So I want to make a 10 group. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm going to need 3 from right here. So I'm going to pick up these 6 plus this 7. I'm going to pick up 3 more because 7 plus 3 is 10. I've made a 10 group. I've made 100. Now, I have on the outside left over here, I have 4 plus this 10. Now, that's going to be 14. Now, it's not 14, no. It's 14 tens, and we know the difference in 14 tens. We know that 14 tens is 140. So we are going to show that we have 4 tens left over and that we've made 100. And we're going to put that over in the hundreds place because 1 plus 6 is 7 and 7 plus 7 is 14. So goes our 4, here goes our 1. Now we can add all our hundreds together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is going to reflect over here where we have our 100 we made, plus these 300s, plus those 200s. 1 plus 3 plus 2 is 6. 643, okay? So hopefully this is getting easier to you. Hopefully this is making more sense to you because at the end of 2nd grade, she's cranky because she's too tired. At the end of 2nd grade, you must be able to add and subtract with regrouping fluently. That is one of the most important things that we're doing together in our math lessons so that you are fluent students. Now, so today, after you get finished with this, I want you to go on to Reflex Math, and I want you to practice Reflex Math for 20 minutes. And make sure that you are practicing with me, but also, also that you are practicing on your own, because just watching Mrs. Snyder and doing it with me will not teach you how to be independent, how to do it independently by yourself. So make sure you're practicing these on your own. Oh, for goodness sake. So, you want to know what I find odd? I find odd numbers that can't be divided into 2 equal groups. So, for example, 5. 5 cannot be divided into 2 equal groups because there's going to be 2 in one group and there's going to be 3 in the other group, and that's not going to be equal. So therefore, I find that odd. Now, something that's not odd to me is 6, because 6 can be divided into 2 equal groups. That's not very odd at all. However, I also find 7 to be odd. That is very odd. Look at this. 3 over here, 4 over there. It cannot be divided equally. I find that odd. All righty. I will see you later. Bye.